Hello everyone and welcome to a new weekly Forex forecast. In today's video I'm going to cover all the pairs that went through last week, see how they performed, and also we'll be looking at other opportunities that will come up for us in the coming week. So let's start off with the dollar index. As I was expecting last week, and as you may already be aware, I was expecting the price here to make a correction and make another push towards this level, this trend line. As you can see, the arrows are drawn from last week's session, and the price right now is closing in on the trend line. I'm expecting here to make a pullback, a small pullback, and then go for one more move towards the upside, maybe the 105 level or 104.5. So for this week, I'm expecting the dollar to get stronger. Don't forget that tomorrow we have CPI news for the US dollar, and this may impact the dollar very, very much. So I'm expecting the market to correct here and then shoot up towards these levels. Now let's move on to Euro USD. For USD, I was expecting the market to reach this level in the previous analysis, but I think I was expecting a bigger correction. If I'm not wrong, we were here last time we spoke about Euro USD, and the market made a correction here and then dropped exactly as I was expecting it. And right now I'm expecting for another pullback and then another drop. We are here in a nice 4-hour demand area, but I'm thinking that this would not hold, and I'm expecting the price to reach a lower level than this. I don't know if it will reach the second supply, the second demand area, but for now I'm expecting a pullback similar, opposite to the dollar index, and then another move towards the downside. So for USD this week, I'm expecting the price to correct and go for one more drop. Pound USD, Pound USD dropped last week. I was expecting it to make a pullback. It reached this level here, and right now the price is moving slowly towards the downside. Here we have two possibilities. I'm expecting a small correction here and another drop, or we can go for a bigger consolidation and then drop. So these two scenarios all incline towards the downside. It depends on the correction they will be making in this on this level here. So either we'll get something small and a slow move towards the downside that will break this low, or we will get a bigger one and then drop again and break this low. Dollar yen, I was expecting last week I was expecting the price to make a consolidation and then go for another leg towards the upside. So far so good, the market did that. I'm expecting it to break this top sooner or later, and then we will see if we will get a bigger consolidation and another move towards the upside, or if we will get smaller pullbacks and we'll let the momentum do its job and push the price up. Let's move on to dollar CAD. Dollar CAD on the daily, this is a very good level to watch for buys. I'm expecting the price here to start making a smaller pullback, maybe one more drop before going back up. But for me, right now on the daily, the dollar CAD looks like it's in a messy consolidation here. It's inside this range, as you may see. So I'm expecting the price for me to look for a buy on the daily. I will want to see something here to break this low. So let's move on to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, similar, we are here in this liquidity zone. This is a place where a lot of orders have been put here. So I'm expecting the market to make a consolidation, maybe break this top and then drop one more time before looking for buy setups. I'm biased for the upside for USD CAD, but for now I think we might have to wait a bit, even though the dollar index is looking bullish. This one, the Canadian dollar had some positive news recently, and I'm expecting it to be strong as well. So it will be a tight fight here between the bulls. And I'm expecting it, to be honest, I'm expecting it to break down once more, reach this area, and then maybe start the uptrend again. So dollar CAD for me for this week is it will be a pair that I'll look at only if it will reach this demand zone here. Let me draw it for you guys. This is a 4-hour demand zone. So if the price reaches this area, I'm gonna look for buys. If not, I'm gonna wait for something clear to develop, and then I'm gonna decide if I go for a sell if the price goes back up here slowly and messy, or if I'll wait for this level to get hit and then go back up. Moving on to gold. For gold, I was expecting last week two scenarios. First one was a bigger pullback towards this 4-hour supply zone and then a drop, or the second scenario was a small correction here and one more drop. So apparently the second scenario unfolded, and right now the price is consolidating here, and I'm expecting it to go lower and reach the first demand zone, which is around the 140, 133 level. So somewhere around this area I'm expecting a reaction. Until then I'm gonna stay away from gold, and when it reaches this 4-hour demand zone, I'm gonna wait for some buy setups and see if this will be a messy move or if it will be something that will go towards the top again, or at least towards this 4-hour supply zone. So for gold, same as USD CAD, I'm gonna wait for it to reach this level, and then I'm gonna search for setups. Silver. I was expecting a bearish move for silver last week. Similar to gold, I was expecting a correction and one more move towards the downside. Right now, the price is moving messy, and I'm expecting to crawl its way down towards this area here, towards the $21 level. So if the price reaches this level, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look for some buy setups. They could be short term, they could be mid term, before we go down again. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it again when it will reach this 4-hour level. So for silver this week, consolidation drop, and maybe by the end of the week or the second half of the week, I'm gonna look for buys, depending on the price action. If the price stays here for a while, then I'm gonna leave it because this could be a consolidation for one more drop, and it could go lower than expected. US oil. Last week, I was expecting US oil to make a pullback towards the 78 level, and then I was expecting a drop when it reaches this level. And for now, the price looks bullish to me. I don't know if it will drop again to break this low. It's a bit messy. This one, it's 50-50. It either could correct here, go a bit lower, and then go and break this top again, 83, $84 top, and it could reach this supply area, or we can start going slowly, and then suddenly drop, and then we can look for sell setups beyond the 60 that could go beyond the $70 level and can reach the 65. So US oil, two scenarios. Let me say that again, just a second. I'm expecting the price to correct. If you see this move, then we're gonna go towards the upside, continue the uptrend. If not, if you see something here breaking down sharp and then correcting again, I'm expecting the price to continue towards the downside. So these are the two possibilities that I'm looking at for US oil. Let's move on to the stock market. Nasdaq on the 4 hours. Nasdaq is making a correction. I was expecting last week to make a pullback and then go for one more move towards the upside. For now, for Nasdaq, there's still a possibility it could do that. I'm waiting to see here the price action if we will go one more move towards this level and then drop again before going back up, or if we'll go up from here. So for this week, I'm expecting two bullish scenarios. If the market drops, for now I'm gonna ignore it. If, let's say, somehow it decides to go lower than that, I'm gonna wait for a sell setup, like a bigger correction, before going in the sell. But for now, this is a big impulse that we had that from January, I think from the 6th of January, and I'm expecting some sort of a pullback here. It's normal because everything that goes up like this has to correct at some point for further continuation. So I'm expecting for Nasdaq this scenario as well, or we can go higher than this, lower than this, sorry, make something like a channel inside here and then go for one more move towards the downside. So two scenarios depending on the price action. If we break the low again, I'm gonna watch the price action if we reach this level here to see if we'll get a bigger consolidation. If we stay in a range here, then we'll definitely go down. And if not, if we'll reach this level and then see an impulse followed by a pullback, then I think this is a good trade to get in. Let's look at the S&P 500. S&P 500, similar structure to Nasdaq. This one reached this nice level here, so it has a chance for it to go back up and break the top. Or similar to Nasdaq, it can make a messy structure here and then start to drop. If this happens, I think this is a good trade towards the downside for S&P. But keep an eye on these two scenarios. Have a look at the price action. If you see a corrective move here, slow move, messy, this is a good sign that the market will go one more time to break this low here. If not, if you'll see something impulsive followed by a pullback, then I think we're gonna go higher than that. Let's move on to the crypto market. For Bitcoin, last week I was expecting Bitcoin to make a messy move, break the top again, followed by another break of the top. Instead, the market decided to drop here, broke the trend line as you can see, and then made a small consolidation here for continuation towards the downside. Right now the price is moving slowly, another drop. I think we broke this low and we can be heading towards lower levels before going back up, at least for a correction. If not, we'll break the top. But my expectations here are that if and when we'll hit this 4-hour demand zone, I'm expecting the price to give us a reaction. If this reaction is strong, followed by a pullback, then I'm gonna look for another yearly all-time high. So let's wait and see. If the price goes down and then moves slowly, then I'm expecting another drop. Let's move on to Ether. For Ether, same as Bitcoin, last week I was expecting the price to make another drop here and then go back up. It didn't. It broke the trend line, made a small consolidation here, broke the low again, and is heading towards this 4-hour demand zone. Interesting to see that it started to go down from this 4-hour supply zone as I was expecting it at some point, but I was thinking last week that the market would move a bit messy, make something like an ending structure here before dropping towards the downside and making this pullback. So for this, I'm expecting the same as I was expecting for Bitcoin, reach this level and see the price action to decide if I'll wait for a correction for one more drop or if I'll go with the buy if I see a strong impulse followed by a pullback here, a small correction. Binance Coin was the one that suffered the most this week. You may heard the news about Binance last week, which wasn't positive. And right now the price is broke out of this channel, made a pullback, and then continued to drop, and it just hit this 4-hour demand zone. So for this one, I'm expecting here a small reaction. I don't think we'll get a reversal. I think the market will correct again and then drop towards this second demand zone highlighted here, 270 level, 275. Good areas to watch for a reaction. But if you get a correction like this, it's safe to go with the sell. Don't risk too much on it, no more than 1% or 0.5% of your entire account balance, so you'll be safe no matter what. So that should be all for this week. I hope this analysis will benefit you in the coming days, and we'll see you guys next week with other news and other charts. See you.